Hey guys, Razback 14, the Armorer's Guild. Before I forget, check this out. Just came in today. New Armory Channel shirt in OD green. 1911's on there. It'll go good with the black one with the orange that I already have. Sharp looking shirt. The Armory Channel, or as Pete would say, Armory Mother Humping Channel. If you hadn't seen any of his videos, you definitely need to check his site out. Awesome site. Friend of mine asked me to do this video, and at first I was a little reluctant to do it on this subject because most anybody that would watch this channel or that will see this channel has probably already seen this numerous times, and most have probably already done it. So, but he wanted me to explain why I made the change that I made. So we're going to do that. This is my SIG 229R 40 caliber. It came with a plastic or a polymer guide rod, and we're going to change it out for this steel one, or this is actually a stainless steel one. A little bit of history on what's going on here. A few years ago, SIG started to use polymer guide rods in some of their P-series line. I don't know if it was in all of their models or just certain ones. If anybody does know, please comment and fill us in on that. But I know it didn't last for very long. And depending on how many different people you ask as to why they went back to the steel, is probably about how many different answers you're going to get. But one underlying theme that will be present in all of those answers is that people did not like it. They did not like it. So I thought I would ask a guy that I feel very confident that is in the know about this, because at the time he worked for SIG. He didn't work in manufacturing, but he did work for the U.S. division of SIG Sauer. So I thought I would ask him. So I emailed him, and I'm just going to read to you what he wrote back. At the time when SIG first started to use polymer for their guide rods, it was strictly for economic reasons. Other companies, such as Beretta, had made the switch years earlier, and others still, i.e. Glock, had been using polymer rods since their inception in the 1980s. SIG's research showed that there had not been any significant quality issues stemming from the use of polymer rods, so they made the switch anticipating a reduction in manufacturing costs that would directly result in an increase in profits. What they did not anticipate was the amount of dissatisfaction among their customers. So not wanting to fracture their customer base was the main reason that they went back to using steel guide rods. I can only assume that the more recent change back to polymer was once again driven by economic concerns. That's it. That's what he wrote. So you can read that however you want. With that being said, if you do not change your rod out and you keep this polymer one, are you ever going to have any trouble with it? You know, seriously, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. It's probably you're never going to have a rod issue. All that this thing does is keep this from doing like this. That's it. It gives it an inside rail to go on. Hence, guide rod or guide spring rod. As he mentioned, Glock's been using them since they were made, since they began making them. They were designed with it. Beretta made the switch to them without any significant issues. Now I've heard and I've read on some boards, well, you need to keep it in there if it came with it because the factory seems to think it's better. I've heard stuff like, well, you need to definitely use a polymer because steel bends and warps and you don't have that problem with polymer. Well, my view on that was, number one, Glock may have been designed with a polymer guide rod. This was not. This was designed to be used with a steel one. Alright? And second, the thing is, if you've got a gun or pistol or whatever it is you're firing, and it puts enough pressure on this right here to bend it and warp it, I'd get rid of that son of a bitch and get something else. My personal opinion. There should not be a lot on there. So, why am I changing mine out? Very, very simple. I don't want a fucking plastic guide rod in my gun. That's simple. I'm not comfortable with it. I just do not feel comfortable leaving this in. I have seen people break these and snap them like pencils. Not saying that it ever would. Like I said, it would probably be fine. This is just my gut feeling, my own opinion. I'm not comfortable, so I'm changing it out. I think it's a weak link that can be upgraded to this and not have to worry about it. Personal opinion. But to change it, I've already got it broke down. And I did mic these to make sure they are the same size. The length is identical. And this thing mics out to about 325 to 326.5 thousandths. So it's right around 325 thousandths. This one mics out right at 330.2, pretty much all the way down. So this is about 4.5 to 5 thousandths smaller than this one. All right, and that will make a difference in how it fills in the opening. This one does, when it first comes, there's a little lip here, so you got to kind of work to get this spring off. I use my nail. You could use a screwdriver, whatever you want, and just pull the spring on off. When you get ready to put this one on, I've already lubed it up with some synthetic grease, and just push it right back on. Make sure you put the front end on that came off the original spring, the way it came off originally. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's on. And from there, just guide it in. Make sure it's lined up. Perfect. No difference in the draw strength on the slide at all. And that's pretty much all there is to changing that out. Pretty simple and straightforward. Like I said, if you're okay with it being in there and you're not worried about it, I don't think you'll ever have any trouble with it. I just don't feel comfortable with this. The Glock 27 that we have, I put a steel guide rod in it as well. I ordered it the day we bought it. It came in, I put it in. It's never given us any trouble. I think it's an upgrade that increases the quality of the pistol, and that's the reason that I use it. And that's it. Now this stuff here, this is synthetic grease, and I use this. This is Milcom, and I may do a video on this. This is some good product, and I know a lot of people are using Ballistol, and I love that stuff too. It is some good stuff. It's awesome. This may be better. Put together some information on this and go with it. This is the grease that I use. Starting to use their lubricant and cleaner as well. And I love Ballistol, so we'll have to wait and see what's got our Ballistol, however you say it. But I like that. But this may replace it in my arsenal. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think. Comment on it, please. And I got something a little different for next time around. Probably going to try to do one of these videos about once a week, maybe twice. But let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you down the road. Oh, by the way, wanted to give a few more shout-outs. There's new guy, Shut Up and Rock, and I will on the video I'll put a bubble in there with his YouTube address. He's got some pretty cool videos. He's coming out closed format, has some pretty good stuff coming out. They're starting to make videos, and they seem like some good guys, and pretty smart with it too. Oh, and if you like music, and I do, I like all kinds of music, but Pete Canella Jr., that's Pete over at Armor Channel's son. His YouTube channel is TTTYYY757, I think. Again, I'll bubble his as well. If you like the Vegas swing style of the 50s and the Rat Pack, this guy's something else. This young man has got a set of pipes that is, you have to hear to believe it. And I mean, they are awesome. This young man can sing. He is he's serving in the Marines right now, and he's overseas. I'm not going to say where. If you know, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But he's got just a few months left. He's coming home, and he's going to pursue his singing career. I think he's got a bright future. And I think if you PM Pete over at Armor Channel, if you want a CD of his stuff, I think he can get you one. And Pete, if you'll let me know how much they cost, buddy, I'll send you the money. Definitely, I'd like to have one. But anyway, that's it. I'm almost out of time. I'll talk to you guys later. See you.